Radhavalabh Sri Harivansh, this is the 10th class math of exercise 1.2 of the first chapter, which is important for the CBSE board and the JAC boards for the both the students. So now the first question proved that 3 plus 2 root 5 is the irrationals. So irrational and the rationals we have discussed already in the previous classes. So irrationals cannot be written A by B format, and the rationals is written like the A by B format where B equal the not 0, because irrational number we can't get the final value or absolute value from this the number. So what is the method and structure for solving the such questions? So one thing you remember and see that this is the way and structure to solve such type of the problem, so you can definitely solve any problems on this basis. So let us start. So there is a way to write first, like let us assume to the contrary in the opposite way that 3 plus root 2 is irrational number. Okay, here given the that 3 plus root under 2 5 is the irrational, but we have assumed that 3 plus 2 root under 5 is the rational. This is the opposite direction, and that is why this is the rational number. So we can write like 3 plus 2 root under 5 equal to A by B, where B equal not 0, and A and B are the co-prime numbers. Okay, so now we can write like 3 plus 2 root under 5 equals to A by B, where 2 root 5 equals to A by B minus 3. We can remove and make the pairing like the rationals and irrational the both side. Here the 3 is the rational and A by B is the rational. So must be complete and take out the one side, and 2 root under 5 is the irrational. So must be kept in the other side. And here 2 is the take the form of the division, and 1 by 2 into A by B minus 3 by 1, it is again the consider the rational number. So finally we have root under 5 equals to A by 2B minus 3 by 2. So we can write in the statement like A and B are the integers. Okay, here are you looking, A and B are the integers, and A by 2B minus 3 by 2, these statements are telling that is the irrational number, because A by B and minus 3 by 2, if you modify this, it is coming like the rational number, and it can be expressed A by B format. So we can simply say that this is the rational number. But are you looking here, it is again occurring like the root under 5. So root under 5 is the irrational number. So simply we can tell that root 5 is also the rational, but here we implemented here contradictions. Okay, contradictions over here. So our assumption is incorrect that 3 plus 2 root under 5 is a rational number. Okay, so hence we can write finally 3 plus 2 root 5 is a rational number. So these are the way to solve the substitution. How we can say that this thing is the irrational, because the sum of the rational and irrational is always coming the irrational. Like if you ask with you the product of the rational and irrational is always coming like the, you need to tell like irrational. Okay, you can take the example like 3 multiply root under 2. This is 3 is the rational and root under 2 is the irrational. If you get the product like 3 root under 2, this is the final product. Here 3 root under 2 is the final irrational format. So on this basis we can say that 3 plus 2 root under 5 is a irrational. So we have taken the other questions and for this solution, so you can solve on this basis. Look at, I have mentioned the such questions for your solutions. You can go through on this basis and keep the same statements, and only you can change like 3 root under 2. What are the way to change and so that these are the irrational? Like if you take 3 root under 2 and equals to A by B, so must be make the separation rational and irrationals together. So root under 2, this is the irrational, and 3 is the rational, so must take out the other side. So A by 3B, this is our the complete here the processing. So here you write, since A and B are the integers, so A by 3B is a rational number and root 2 is also rational. In brackets you write like contradicts. Hence our assumption is incorrect that 3 root under 2 is the rational number. So hence 3 root under 2 is the irrational number. This is our the final conclusion. So this is the way to write and solve the such problem. If you try to solve 10 minus 2 root under 2, how can so in the middle part? This is the very important, and you can do it, then you can solve the completely. You can write A by B or P by Q. You can take the other two variables. So simply you can make the separation of a rational and irrational. Okay. So 10 is the rational and a by b is the rational also. So 10 minus a by b, and this is the minus. It will be must want to make the positive sign plus 2 root under 2. Okay. Here 2 is the multiplication form. You can take the others like the division. 1 by 2 into 10 minus a by b equals to root under 2. You are looking here to root under 2 is the again irrational. So 5 minus a by 2b. This is the rational, and root 2 is occurs again the irrational. So on this basis, we can say that 10 minus 2 root 2 is a irrational. Okay. So this is way to solve and conclude, but you need to keep the same all statements. No need to make the distractions and in changing other way. Okay. So you need to make the separation rational and irrational and solve all this type of the questions. If you understood clearly, please comment me and share these videos for the other students and subscribe for the such videos. Okay. And I will meet the next videos. Till then, goodbye.